I'm not scared because I'm not in the wrong. Why should I be scared? I'm not scared. I'm scared of God only. Nobody else. And a little bit scared of Masaba. This is my also a message to people that we think they will live forever. We never think that they won't be there. So it's always important to ask because we are very embarrassed and shy. We laughed about it that time also. It was said in a kind of a humor also. How Satish Kaushik. But who has been that break I always wanted for the past 30 years, but I never got.
Hello, Neena ji. Welcome to Pinkvilla.
Hello. So nice to see you. Talk to you.
Same here, ma'am. Same here, ma'am. Firstly, much congratulations for Sach Kahun Toh. I've said this in my review also that it's probably one of the best autobiographies I've read in recent times, and I really mean it. I'm not saying it because I'm speaking to you.
I'm so happy.
And we'll get on to speaking about that. But before that, I want to start this interview by asking you, what's the recipe of their bangan ka bharta? I want to know that.
Oh my God. Arey, chodo.
So everybody who doesn't know about this, Neena ji used to, for a very brief period of time in her life, she used to make this Bangan Ka Bharta in Prithvi Theatre where Prahlad Kakkar used to run the show. Ma'am, how was that period like, from that to now this?
Well, it had its own charm and struggle and happiness and sorrows. That was a different time. But I prefer this time.
But ma'am, so speaking about the book, there's a lot that you have spoken right about, from your career to your relationships to your family. But my most favorite part about the book is where you have spoken about your parents and your brother. You've spoken so much about them, ma'am, right from your father managing two families to your mother wanting to end her life knowing about your father's other wife, and of course that beautiful part where you speak about how so many people had been at Pankajji's funeral, which made you so emotional. Ma'am, tell me, were these chapters the most difficult for you to write?
Yeah, they were very difficult to write because while writing, I sometimes felt that I know nothing about them. I know such little about them because when your family, your parents, your brothers, sisters are there, you never think that khul ke baat kar lo. And then when they are not there, suddenly you say, oh God, why didn't I? I mean, I was very open with my father because he lived with me last many years. Even then, when I was writing the book, when I was on his chapter, I thought, shit, why didn't I talk to him and ask him exactly what happened when he got married? Why did he have to get married? All those things I didn't ask. And now there's nobody to tell me. I mean, whosoever will tell me will add their own bit in it.
Yeah.
But it is very important, and it was quite traumatic, not traumatic. It was sad writing about them because I realized that I wish I would know more about them. I wish I could have talked to them when they were alive. So this is my also a message to people that we think they will live forever. We never think that they won't be there. So it's always important to ask because we are very embarrassed and shy. Yeah. I was very shy to ask. In spite of my father living with me for so many years here in Bombay, I was very shy to ask him these questions.
Sure.
Even my brother. So it was sad that I didn't know much about them.
Yeah.
After I left Delhi.
Ma'am, in the chapter How I Met Vivian, you've obviously addressed to the part about your relationship with Sir Vivian Richards. But my favorite part from the chapter is the last line of the chapter where you say Masaba is everything and more. But ma'am, you have also mentioned in that chapter that I won't get into details because you want to protect Masaba and you at this point in time. Does that phase still scare you, ma'am?
No, it doesn't scare me at all. Like I said, there are parts even about my parents I have not written.
Yeah.
There are parts about my struggle time also I have not written. I'll tell you frankly, I have written what I felt like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think कि ये लिखने से ये होगा, ये लिखने से मुझे कुछ. You see, I've been wanting to write for the past 15 years. I had signed twice with the publications to write, but I couldn't write. because I started and I got stuck. I said, rubbish, I don't want to write. What is there? This time, maybe because of the lockdown and I was there in a nice place and all, this time it flowed.
Yeah.
It flowed. Sometimes I used to like record while I was talking, walking. Yeah. Sometimes there was a little park in my complex. I sit there. Sometimes I won't write for 3-4 days, 5 days.
Wow.
Sometimes I finish a chapter in like 2 hours. Like that.
Yeah.
So it is not, I'm not scared because I'm not in the wrong. Why should I be scared? I'm not scared. I'm scared of God only. Nobody else. And a little bit scared of Masaba.
Ma'am, there's another interesting part in the chapter in the book where you speak about how Satish Kaushik offered to marry you during that time. And he's your friend for so many years. How is that? I mean, do you guys laugh about it when you all think about it today?
We laughed about it that time also. It was said in a kind of a humor also. You know, how Satish Kaushik is. And I was like, I had tears in my eyes because it's amazing that a friend wanted to help you in the hour of, when you needed him or her the most.
Yeah.
And him saying that is like, I'll never forget because it's the most beautiful thing a friend can say to help you out.
That's
to
true.
Stand by you basically. So there are things you want to do. It's not necessary that you do, but there is a feeling.
Yeah.
That I have a feeling that I have a friend in Satish Kaushik. He will always stand by me. Whenever I have a problem, I can go to him.
Yeah.
So there are many friends like that. I mean, I have a friend called Deepak Kazir who's also like that.
Yes.
We do for 10 years, but I know he's there. I know Kaushik is there.
Yeah. And there are many emotional bits about your friends also in the book that you have spoken about, which really comes across very strongly that you really earned good friends in the business. While obviously you've spoken about the bad part of the business also, including casting out and some directors lashing out. But you've also spoken about the good parts of the industry where there are friends who have stood by you when you needed them the most. One of them being Somi Rajdan.
Yes. Absolutely. I have few friends who are like my family now.
Sure.
It's great, and fortunately, my friend Soni has two daughters, and my friend Anuranjan has 2 daughters, similar kind of age group. So it was very helpful to find out, अच्छा, अभी उसको सर्दी हुई तो क्या देना है, बुखार हुआ तो क्या देना है, उसको रात को कितने बजे तक बाहर रहने देना है. So, comparing notes with them, so they have been born and brought up together actually, so which was a very great help with their friends till today. So I have people have helped me a lot. Like I have told about Bashu Chatterjee. I didn't know him, and he says कि we will create a fund for you.
Yeah.
कोई भी help चाहिए, Nasir Ratna called me and they said any help you need. A lot of people called me. A lot of people were very bad also, like the media was very bad to me. But that's their job to be bad to me. So
no, ma'am, we love you know that.
पता नहीं, कुछ तो love नहीं करते मुझे 100%. Yeah, but people have been very kind. Yeah.
Ma'am, there were a couple of instances in the book where you have spoken about your love and your relationship, and of course about marriage. Was there ever a moment, ma'am, in your life where because of your past experiences you had become averse to love or averse to marriage?
No. I never got averse to love or marriage because of my past experience. मैं अपने past experience के बावजूद कुछ सीखी नहीं. I did the same mistakes again in life.
Sure.
We all do that, huh?
We all
think अरे सबक मिल गया, आगे से ऐसा नहीं करूंगी, but आगे से आप वही करते.
Ma'am, that Instagram post, I'm a good actor and I'm looking for parts, and Badai Ho. These 2 parts, do you consider them to be or literally has changed your life?
I think Badai Ho has changed my life. Yeah. Badai Ho has been that break I always wanted for the past 30 years, but I never got. And मैं तो अमित शर्मा डायरेक्टर जो हैं उनको बोलती हूँ, मैं तो पैर छू रोज आके वो उससे सब कुछ बदल गया. उससे मैं अच्छी एक्ट्रेस बन गई, उससे मैं अच्छी इंसान भी बन गई, उससे मैं सब अच्छी बन गई.
Ma'am, I remember speaking to you about this once, and you told me you're working on it. Are you still working on the sequel of Saans?
अब वर्किंग क्या करूं, कोई लेता ही नहीं है बनाने के लिए. Nobody wants it. Yeah, I have everything ready, but there are no takers, so I don't know. शायद कभी मेरी किस्मत उसमें भी खुल जाए.
Sure, I'm sure होगी. क्योंकि वो fans मैम अभी भी है आपके. I have grown up watching you, ma'am, so I can.
Yeah, I know. I did this beautiful pilot paid by the channel. Change a few things according to the channel. कितना कुछ किया, बहुत सुंदर पायलट बनाया. वो वहाँ के जो इंचार्ज हैं उनको लगता है कि ये इस वक्त नहीं चलेगा. अब उस बारे में तो मैं, I mean they know better, so what
sure.
Yeah, very sad, but
thank you so much, ma'am. This was a lovely conversation. I hope you don't want to tell me आप जा सकते हैं नमस्ते.
कभी नहीं. आप आ सकते हैं नमस्ते.